Integers, Part 2. In today's lesson, students will solve problems with integers with the same signs and different signs. With what? Same signs and different signs. Very good. Before we begin, we need to make sure that we know what the word signs means. Signs. Okay, so look at the number line. You have two sides of the number line. On the left side of the number line, what are the signs? Right? It's negative to the left. So, we have integers with negative signs. Okay? So this is called a sign. And this means negative. What does it mean? Negative. Oops. Okay. On the right side of the number line, although you do not see the sign, what are these numbers? Are they negative or are they, what's the opposite of negative? Positive. So the sign for the numbers on the right side of the number line is a plus sign. So this is called a sign, and the sign is positive. So go ahead and write that down. Positive. Okay. All right, very good. So we're going to go over a little song that's going to help you to remember how to add integers without a number line. And it goes like this, okay? So, same signs. So, if the numbers are both positive or both negative, what you're going to do is you're going to add them together and keep their sign. Okay? So you say this as same signs, add, and keep. Okay, so this goes to a song. The song is to the tune of Row, Row Your Boat. And it goes like this. Same signs, add, and keep. So what that means is if you are adding positive numbers, okay, a positive number plus a positive number, okay, that will give you a positive number, okay? Same signs, add and keep. If you have a negative number and you're trying to add a negative number, okay, you're adding negative integers, then the sign that you're going to keep is negative, okay? So this is when you are adding. Same signs, add and keep. All right, so the second part of the song is if you have different signs, you do the opposite of addition, which is subtract. Very good. So if you have different signs, you'll subtract. All right. But after you subtract, you need to keep the sign of the higher or the bigger number. Look at whatever number is bigger, okay? And we call this the higher number. All right, then you'll be exact. All right, so the second part of the song goes like this. Different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. Okay, remember this? A lot of you guys sing this song, but you don't really know what it means. So we're really going to go over it today. Okay? All right, so sing it with me. Let's sing the whole song. And it goes like this. Ready? Same signs, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. All right, very good. We're going to go over two examples where we have the same signs and two examples where we have different signs. And what we're going to do is we're going to verify our answer with the number line. Okay, so we're going to start with number one. Number one says 3 plus 4. Okay, so I have a question now. Remember that all the positive numbers I'm going to write on the video as blue. So if you see 3 by itself, is that talking about positive 3? Are they the same? Yes. So even though this does not have a positive symbol, I'm going to go ahead and write a positive symbol in front of it. This is really talking about positive 3 plus 4, or positive 3 and positive 4 if you add those integers together. So we're going to go ahead and the problem will always be written horizontally, but you're going to have to write it vertically. You're going to have to write it what? Vertically. And vertically means up and down. Make it with your hands. Ready? Up and down. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask myself, are they the same signs or different signs? Are they both positive? Positive 3, positive 4? Yes. So they are the same signs. So what does the song say? It says, same signs, add and keep, right? So we're going to go ahead and write this vertically. We're going to say 3 plus 4. All right, 3 plus 4. So we know if we use touch math and we're adding, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is a positive 3 and positive 4. So that makes 7. But is it positive? Because you're going to keep the signs. If you're adding positives together, you're going to end up with a positive. So you're going to keep the positive. Verify this answer on the number line, right? We're going to start at positive 3, which is on the right? And then I want to go ahead and move positive 4. Remember, it's positive to the right. So if I'm at 3, I'm going to move over 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do I end up at positive 7? Yes, so the answer is correct. Let's read number 2 together. It says, negative 4 plus negative 3. Take a look at the color of the numbers. Are they both red? Yes, because red numbers are negative. Okay, so the first thing we do is ask ourselves, do these integers have the same sign? Or are these integers both negative? Yes, they are both negative. So what I will do is I'm going to write these numbers in this box up and down. You're going to write it vertically. You're going to say negative 4 plus a negative 3. Okay. Now, we know they have the same signs, so we sing our song and we say, same signs, add and keep. So we're adding these numbers. You add negatives together. So we say 4, add 5, 6, 7. Okay? But you're going to keep the negative because the answer is negative 7. Okay? Negative 7. Because another way to remember adding negative numbers is you say to yourself, negative, negative, negative. Say it. Negative, 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 which means when you're adding two negatives together, you get a negative answer when you're adding. So let's verify this on the number line, shall we? Where is negative 4 on the number line? It's to the left. It's to the what? To the left. So you're at negative 4, and you want to actually add a negative 3. So what direction, if I put this in parentheses, this is how you're used to seeing it, okay? Okay, what direction will I go if I want to get to negative 3? I'm going to go negative to the left. So I'm going to go over 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And is my answer actually negative 7? Yes, it is. It's negative 7. That's why negative 4 plus negative 3 is, what's the answer? Negative 7. Very good. Read number 3 with me. It says, positive 3 plus negative 4. Now, how do I know this is positive? Is there a symbol in front of it? No. Okay? But if you want to, you could write that positive 3. You know it's blue, so it's a positive number. So you have positive 3, and your other integer is negative 4. So now I'm going to ask you, do these numbers have the same sign or different signs? Who thinks they're the same? Who thinks they're different? Yes, you're right. They're different because it's a positive 3, positive, and the opposite of positive is negative. So they're different signs. See, one is positive, one's negative. So now when they're different signs, you have to subtract. Now we have to ask ourselves, if there were no signs in front of these numbers, which number is the higher number or the bigger number? What number is bigger, 3 or 4? What number is bigger, 3 or 4? 4 is a little bit bigger, right? So what we do is we use this 4 and we put it right here. And we know when we have different signs, we have to subtract. We have to do what? Subtract, because it's different signs, subtract. And we're going to put the 3 right here because it was positive. And before we do our subtraction sign, what is the sign of the higher number? Which one was the one at the top? It's negative, right? So you're going to put your answer as negative. And then you're going to do subtraction. So you're going to do subtract. 4, take away 3. So you're going to say 4, 3, 2, 1. So here the answer is negative 1. Okay? So again, if you have different signs, you subtract. Put the higher number on top when you do the subtraction. And keep that sign, okay? So I'm going to show you what this means on the number line. So if you start at positive 3, you're right here on the right, okay? Now you want to add a negative 4, so if you want to add negative 4, it's negative to the left, and you're going to go over how many times? 4 times. So I'm going to move this way, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And what number do I end up at? I end up at negative 1. So am I correct? Yes. Try our last example for today. Read it with me. It says positive 4 plus a negative 3. Okay, so we're going to ask ourselves, when you look at these numbers, positive 4 and negative 3, do they have the same signs or different signs? They're different, right? Different signs. So you sing the song that says, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. All right, so we're supposed to subtract. Whenever you subtract, you have to actually put the bigger number on top. But don't look at the signs. You're going to kind of pretend they're both positive. So if you look at 4 and 3, you want to subtract 4 minus 3, okay? So we're going to take that 4, and then we're going to subtract 3. All right, so 4 minus 3. Now, I have a question. What is the sign of the higher number? Which one's bigger, 4 or 3? If you weren't looking at the signs, which one is bigger? It's 4, isn't it? Okay, so 4 has what sign next to it? It's positive. So you're going to say, okay, the answer is going to be positive because we're going to keep the sign of the higher number. But we're going to subtract. What is 4 take away 3? Well, we know it's 4, 3, 2, 1. So this time, the answer is positive 1 because when you look at positive 4 plus a negative 3, you're actually saying 4 take away 3. So let's verify now, okay? What are we going to do? We're going to verify. We're going to look on the number line. You're going to start at positive 4. Positive 4 is to the right. But then you have to move negative 3 units. So negative 3, negative to the left. So we're going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3. So what number did we end up with? Or what integer did we end up at? We do end up at positive 1. Very good.